Intelligence Studio. Do subscribe and like the video.
Imagine this. You're browsing the web, catching up on emails, maybe watching a funny cat video. It's a typical day and you're relaxed, enjoying the convenience of modern technology. The internet is your playground, a place where you can connect with friends, shop for your favorite items, and stay informed about the world. Suddenly, your screen freezes. A siren blares. A message pops up, flashing official-looking logos. It's jarring, unexpected, and immediately grabs your attention. The message is stern, authoritative, and it claims that you've committed a serious offence. The screen is filled with alarming text and symbols, making it hard to focus on anything else. It claims you've broken the law. You're under arrest, your heart races, your stomach drops. Panic sets in as you try to make sense of the situation. You think back to your recent activities, wondering what you could have possibly done wrong. The fear is palpable and you feel trapped, unsure of what to do next. But here's the twist. It's all happening on your computer screen. This isn't a real arrest, it's a sophisticated scam designed to exploit your fear and confusion. The message is crafted to look as legitimate as possible, using official logos and legal jargon to convince you of its authenticity. This, my friends, is the terrifying reality of a digital arrest scam. It's a new breed of cybercrime that preys on the unsuspecting, using psychological manipulation to achieve its goals. The perpetrators are often skilled hackers who understand how to exploit human emotions and the trust we place in digital communications. This isn't about some Orwellian future, it's happening right now. In our interconnected world where technology is an integral part of daily life, these scams are becoming increasingly common. They can strike anyone, anywhere, at any time, making it crucial to stay informed and vigilant. Scammers are using the fear of the law and the anonymity of the internet to target everyday people. They know that the threat of legal action is a powerful motivator, and they exploit this fear to coerce their victims into compliance. The anonymity of the internet provides them with a shield, making it difficult to trace their activities and bring them to justice. They impersonate police officers, FBI agents, even IRS officials. By adopting these authoritative personas, they add a layer of credibility to their threats, making it more likely that their victims will believe the scam and take the demanded actions. Their goal? To scare you into emptying your bank account. They create a sense of urgency, convincing you that immediate action is necessary to avoid severe consequences. In the heat of the moment, many people fall for the scam, transferring their hard-earned money to the criminals in a desperate attempt to resolve the situation. It's a cruel and effective tactic, leaving victims not only financially devastated, but also emotionally scarred. These scams are incredibly effective because they prey on our deepest fears. We're conditioned to respect authority, especially law enforcement. When a voice on the phone or a message on the screen tells us we're in trouble, our instinct is to comply. The scammers know this. They use official-sounding language, government logos, and even fake badge numbers to make their claims seem real. They might say you owe taxes, have an outstanding warrant, or have even downloaded illegal content. The message is clear: pay up or face the consequences. These digital con artists aren't just tech-savvy teenagers. They're organized criminals, often operating from foreign countries, who exploit our trust in authority figures. They don't need to physically restrain you. They imprison your digital life. Your computer becomes your jail cell, the flashing message your bars. And the worst part? They often succeed. Victims, paralyzed by fear and uncertainty, hand over their hard-earned money to avoid further trouble. These scams follow a disturbingly similar pattern. It often starts with a phone call or a pop-up message that seems to lock your computer. The message is urgent, threatening, and leaves you with little time to think. Then comes the demand. It could be a fine for a supposed offence, back taxes, or a fee to unlock your computer. The scammers often insist on unusual payment methods, wire transfers, prepaid gift cards, even cryptocurrency. Why? Because these transactions are difficult, if not impossible, to trace. Section 5, Anatomy of a Scam, How They Trap You. In this section, we will delve into the intricate methods scammers use to ensnare their victims. The scammers rely on psychological manipulation to get what they want. They are experts at understanding human behavior and exploiting our vulnerabilities. They use fear, intimidation, and urgency to cloud your judgment. By creating a sense of immediate danger, they make it difficult for you to think clearly and rationally. They might even pretend to be helpful, offering a way out of the situation, if you just pay them. This tactic is designed to make you feel like they are your only lifeline. They also exploit our lack of technical knowledge. Many of us are not well versed in the intricacies of technology, and scammers take full advantage of this. They bombard us with technical jargon, making the situation seem even more dire and confusing. This overload of information can make it hard to distinguish between what is real and what is a scam, and they play on our emotions, knowing that a panicked person is more likely to make a rash decision. They understand that when we are scared, we are more likely to act impulsively without fully considering the consequences. Scammers often send messages that appear to be from legitimate sources, such as banks or government agencies, to gain your trust. These messages are crafted to look authentic, making it even harder to spot the scam. They may also use phishing emails that contain links to fake websites. These websites are designed to steal your personal information, such as passwords and credit card numbers. Once they have your information, they can drain your bank account, make unauthorized purchases, or even steal your identity. The consequences can be devastating and long-lasting. If you fall victim to a scam, it is important to report it to the authorities immediately. While it may be embarrassing, reporting the scam can help prevent others from becoming victims. Remember, you are not alone. Many people have fallen victim to scams, and there are resources available to help you recover and protect yourself in the future. By staying informed and vigilant, you can protect yourself from falling into these traps. Install security software, be cautious of unsolicited messages, and always verify the source before providing any personal information. With the right knowledge and tools, you can navigate the digital world safely and confidently, avoiding the pitfalls set by scammers. Section 6. The pandemic of scams. Why are these schemes exploding? Unfortunately, the COVID-19 pandemic created a perfect storm for these scams to flourish. More people working from home meant more potential targets online. The economic uncertainty and fear surrounding the virus made people even more vulnerable to these types of threats. And the scammers haven't let up. In fact, they've become even more sophisticated, using current events and anxieties to their advantage. They prey on our fears about health, finances, and safety. Section 7. Don't become a statistic. Practical tips to avoid digital arrest. The good news is there are ways to protect yourself. In today's digital age, it's more important than ever to be vigilant and proactive about your online security. First and foremost, never give out personal information like your social security number or bank details over the phone or online unless you initiated the contact and are sure of the recipient. Scammers often pose as legitimate entities to trick you into revealing sensitive information. Remember, legitimate government agencies and law enforcement will never demand immediate payment over the phone or through gift cards. Scammers use high-pressure tactics to create a sense of urgency, hoping you'll act without thinking. If you're ever unsure, hang up and call the official number of the organization in question. Always verify the legitimacy of the request by contacting the organization directly using a number you know is genuine. Don't click on links in suspicious emails or pop-up messages. These can often lead to malicious websites designed to steal your information or infect your device with malware. Instead, navigate to the website directly by typing the URL into your browser. Keep your software and antivirus programs up to date. Regular updates help protect your devices from the latest threats. Use strong, unique passwords for each of your accounts and consider using a password manager to keep track of them. Enable two-factor authentication wherever possible. This adds an extra layer of security by requiring a second form of verification, such as a code sent to your phone, in addition to your password. Regularly monitor your financial accounts and credit reports for any unusual activity. Early detection of unauthorized transactions can help you take swift action to mitigate any potential damage. Educate yourself and stay informed about the latest scams and security practices. Knowledge is your best defense against becoming a victim of digital crime. By following these practical tips, you can significantly reduce your risk of falling prey to digital threats and enjoy a safer online experience. Section 8. Real people, real losses, the devastating impact of online scams. The emotional toll of these scams is often overlooked. Victims feel violated, ashamed and foolish. They blame themselves for falling prey to the scam. The financial losses can be devastating, but the emotional scars can run even deeper. One victim, a retired teacher, lost her life savings, over $50,000, to a scammer posing as an IRS agent. She was too embarrassed to tell her family and friends, and the guilt and shame nearly destroyed her. Section 9. Fighting back technology, awareness and you. The fight against these digital predators is a team effort. Technology companies are constantly developing new tools to detect and prevent scams. Law enforcement agencies are working tirelessly to track down and prosecute these criminals. But the most powerful weapon is you. By educating ourselves and our loved ones about these scams, we can create a safer online environment for everyone. Knowledge is power. And in this case, it can save you from a world of financial and emotional distress. Section 10. Stay alert, stay safe. Your role in the fight against digital deception. So the next time you hear that siren song of a scam, don't panic. Take a deep breath, remember these tips, and don't be afraid to ask for help. Share your experiences, warn your friends and family, and together we can fight back against these digital bandits. Remember, the internet should be a place of connection and opportunity, not fear and deception. Let's keep it that way. Welcome to the final chapter of our journey into the world of digital deception. In this segment, we will explore the evolution of online scams. Over the years, the landscape of cybercrime has transformed dramatically, transitioning from rudimentary email phishing attempts to intricate social engineering tactics. In the early days of the internet, scammers relied heavily on email phishing. Simple yet effective, these emails would often contain urgent messages or too-good-to-be-true offers, enticing unsuspecting users to click on malicious links or share personal information. While many of these early attempts were easily detectable due to poor grammar and obvious red flags, they still managed to claim numerous victims. As technology advanced, so did the sophistication of these scams. Cybercriminals began employing more elaborate methods such as spear phishing, where attacks are tailored to specific individuals or organizations. These emails appear more legitimate, often mimicking the tone and format of trusted entities, making them harder to identify. Fast forward to the present day, and we see the rise of social engineering tactics. These scams exploit human psychology rather than technological vulnerabilities. For instance, scammers might pose as tech support agents, convincing victims to grant them remote access to their computers. Others might impersonate friends or family members on social media, preying on the victim's trust and emotions. Another significant development is the use of artificial intelligence and machine learning by cybercriminals. These technologies enable the creation of deep-fake videos and audio clips, making it even more challenging to distinguish between genuine and fraudulent communications. Imagine receiving a call from someone who sounds exactly like your boss, instructing you to transfer funds to a specific account. The potential for deception is immense. Despite the evolving tactics, one thing remains constant: the importance of vigilance and education. By staying informed about the latest scam techniques and adopting best practices for online security, we can protect ourselves and our loved ones from falling victim to these ever-changing threats. As we conclude this chapter, remember that knowledge is your best defense against digital deception. Stay curious, stay cautious, and stay connected. Together, we can navigate the complexities of the digital world and create a safer online environment for everyone. Digital realm. Welcome to Case Studies of Notable Scams. In this chapter, we will delve into some of the most infamous online scams in recent history. By analyzing how these scams were executed and their impact, we can better understand the evolving landscape of digital deception. Our first case study takes us back to the infamous Nigerian prince scam. This scam, which dates back to the early days of email, involves a fraudster posing as a wealthy foreigner who needs help transferring a large sum of money out of their country. Victims are promised a hefty reward for their assistance, but instead they end up losing thousands of dollars in fees and taxes. Despite its age, this scam continues to claim victims, highlighting the enduring power of greed and trust in human psychology. Next, we examine the tech support scam. In this scheme, scammers pose as tech support representatives from well-known companies like Microsoft or Apple. They contact victims, claiming their computer has been compromised, and offer to fix the issue for a fee. Once granted remote access, they can steal personal information, install malware, or demand payment for unnecessary services. This scam preys on individuals' lack of technical knowledge and fear of losing their digital security. Our third case study features the notorious phishing scam. One of the most versatile and widespread scams, phishing involves sending emails or messages that appear to be from legitimate sources such as banks or online retailers. These messages often contain links to fake websites designed to steal login credentials or financial information. The 2016 phishing attack on the Democratic National Committee is a prime example, where stolen emails were used to influence political outcomes. This case underscores the far-reaching consequences of seemingly simple scams. In our fourth example, we look at the romance scam. Scammers create fake profiles on dating sites and social media to build emotional relationships with their victims. Once trust is established, they fabricate stories of financial hardship and request money. The emotional manipulation in these scams is profound, leaving victims not only financially devastated, but also heartbroken. The case of the sweetheart swindler, who defrauded multiple victims of millions of dollars, illustrates the deep emotional and financial impact of such schemes. Finally, we explore the cryptocurrency scam. With the rise of digital currencies, scammers have capitalized on the lack of regulation and public knowledge in this space. Ponzi schemes, fake initial coin offerings, ICOs, and fraudulent investment platforms promise high returns but result in significant losses. The 2017 BitConnect scandal, where investors lost billions in a Ponzi scheme disguised as a cryptocurrency lending platform, serves as a stark warning of the risks in the rapidly evolving digital economy. By studying these notable scams, we gain valuable insights into the methods and psychology behind them. Awareness and education are our best defenses against falling victim to these cunning deceptions. Stay informed, stay cautious, and remember that if something seems too good to be true, it probably is. Thank you for joining us in this chapter. As we continue our journey, remember that knowledge is your greatest ally in the fight against digital fraud. Welcome to The Role of Technology in Scams. In this chapter, we will explore how advancements in technology have both enabled and helped combat online scams. Technology has been a double-edged sword in the world of online scams. On one hand, it has provided scammers with sophisticated tools to deceive and exploit victims. On the other hand, it has also equipped us with powerful defenses to detect and prevent these malicious activities. Let's start with the dark side. How technology has enabled scams. The rise of the internet and social media has given scammers unprecedented access to personal information. Social engineering tactics have become more refined, with scammers using data from public profiles to craft convincing narratives. Phishing emails and fake websites are now more realistic than ever, thanks to advancements in web design and email spoofing techniques. Additionally, the growth of cryptocurrencies has created new opportunities for fraud. The anonymity and decentralization of digital currencies make it easier for scammers to operate without detection. From Ponzi schemes to fraudulent ICOs, the cryptocurrency space has become a hotbed for innovative scams. However, technology is not just a tool for scammers, it is also our greatest weapon against them. Advanced algorithms and machine learning models are being used to detect fraudulent activities in real time. Financial institutions and online platforms employ sophisticated AI systems to analyze transaction patterns and flag suspicious behavior. Moreover, cybersecurity measures have evolved significantly. Multi-factor authentication, encryption, and biometric verification are now standard practices to protect sensitive information. Companies are investing in robust security infrastructures to safeguard their users. Public awareness campaigns and educational initiatives have also leveraged technology to spread knowledge about online scams. Social media platforms, blogs, and video content are being used to inform and educate the public on how to recognize and avoid scams. In conclusion, while technology has undoubtedly given scammers new tools, it has also empowered us with the means to fight back. By staying informed and leveraging technological advancements, we can protect ourselves and our communities from falling victim to digital deception. Thank you for joining us in this chapter. As we continue our journey, remember that staying vigilant and informed is key in the fight against online scams. Welcome to Legal and Regulatory Measures. In this chapter, we will cover the legal and regulatory frameworks in place to combat online scams, highlighting the importance of international cooperation and law enforcement efforts. Governments around the world have recognized the growing threat of online scams and have implemented various laws and regulations to address this issue. These measures aim to protect consumers, penalize scammers, and create safer online environments. One of the most significant legal frameworks is the General Data Protection Regulation, or GDPR, in the European Union. The GDPR sets strict guidelines on data privacy and security, ensuring that companies take necessary steps to protect personal information from being misused by scammers. In the United States, the Federal Trade Commission, or FTC, plays a crucial role in combating online scams. The FTC enforces laws against deceptive practices and works closely with other agencies to investigate and prosecute scammers. The agency also runs public awareness campaigns to educate consumers about the latest scam tactics. International cooperation is essential in the fight against online scams, as scammers often operate across borders. Organizations like Interpol and Europol facilitate collaboration between countries, enabling law enforcement agencies to share information and coordinate efforts to track down and apprehend scammers. Additionally, many countries have established specialized cybercrime units within their law enforcement agencies. These units are equipped with advanced tools and trained personnel to investigate and combat online scams. They often work in partnership with private sector companies, such as cybersecurity firms and financial institutions, to identify and disrupt scam operations. Despite these efforts, the rapidly evolving nature of online scams presents ongoing challenges for regulators and law enforcement. To stay ahead of scammers, continuous updates to legal frameworks and increased investment in cybersecurity are necessary. Public reporting mechanisms also play a vital role in combating online scams. Many countries have established hotlines and online platforms where individuals can report suspicious activities. These reports help authorities gather valuable intelligence and take swift action against scammers. In conclusion, while legal and regulatory measures are crucial in the fight against online scams, they must be complemented by international cooperation and proactive law enforcement efforts. By working together and staying vigilant, we can create a safer online environment for everyone. Thank you for joining us in this chapter. As we continue our journey, remember that staying informed about legal protections and reporting suspicious activities are key steps in protecting ourselves and our communities from online scams. Welcome to Future Trends in Online Scams. In this chapter, we will speculate on future trends in online scams, including potential new tactics and technologies scammers might use. As technology continues to advance at a rapid pace, so too do the methods employed by online scammers. One potential trend is the increased use of artificial intelligence and machine learning by scammers to create more sophisticated and convincing phishing attacks. These technologies can analyze vast amounts of data to craft personalized and highly deceptive messages. Another emerging trend is the exploitation of deepfake technology. Deepfakes, which use AI to create realistic but fake audio and video content, could be used by scammers to impersonate trusted individuals or authorities. Imagine receiving a video call from what appears to be your boss or a government official urging you to transfer funds or share sensitive information. The rise of the Internet of Things, IoT, also presents new opportunities for scammers. With more devices connected to the Internet, from smart home gadgets to wearable technology, the attack surface for scammers expands. Vulnerabilities in these devices could be exploited to gain access to personal data or even take control of critical systems. Cryptocurrency scams are likely to become more prevalent as digital currencies gain mainstream acceptance. Scammers may use tactics such as fake initial coin offerings, ICOs, investment schemes, or phishing attacks targeting cryptocurrency wallets. The pseudonymous nature of cryptocurrencies can make it challenging to trace and recover stolen funds. Social engineering tactics will continue to evolve, with scammers leveraging social media and other platforms to gather information about their targets. By understanding your habits, preferences, and connections, scammers can craft more convincing and targeted attacks. In addition to these technological advancements, we may also see an increase in hybrid scams that combine multiple tactics. For example, a scammer might use a phishing email to install malware on your computer, which then captures your login credentials and provides access to your financial accounts. To counter these emerging threats, it is essential to stay informed about the latest scam tactics and invest in robust cybersecurity measures. This includes using multi-factor authentication, keeping software up to date, and being cautious about sharing personal information online. In conclusion, while the future of online scams may seem daunting, awareness and preparedness are our best defenses. By understanding the potential trends and staying vigilant, we can protect ourselves and our digital lives from the ever-evolving tactics of scammers. Thank you for joining us in this chapter. As we look ahead to the future, remember that staying informed and proactive is key to safeguarding ourselves and our communities from online scams. Welcome to How to Report Scams. In this chapter, we'll provide practical advice on how to report online scams to authorities and organizations and what information to include. First and foremost, if you suspect you've encountered an online scam, it's crucial to act quickly. Reporting the scam can help prevent others from falling victim and assist authorities in taking down fraudulent operations. Start by gathering all relevant information about the scam. This includes any emails, messages, or communication you received, as well as screenshots, URLs, and any personal information you may have shared. The more detailed your report, the better equipped authorities will be to investigate. Next, report the scam to the appropriate authorities. In the United States, you can file a complaint with the Federal Trade Commission, FTC, through their website, ftc.gov. The FTC collects data on scams and uses it to track trends and take action against scammers. If the scam involves financial fraud, such as credit card or bank account information, contact your financial institution immediately. They can help you secure your accounts and may be able to reverse fraudulent transactions. For scams involving online platforms such as social media or e-commerce websites, report the incident directly to the platform. Most major platforms have dedicated channels for reporting fraudulent activity. This helps them take down fake accounts and prevent further scams. You can also report scams to your local law enforcement agency. They may be able to provide additional resources and support, particularly if the scam has resulted in significant financial loss or identity theft. In addition to official channels, consider sharing your experience with online scam reporting forums and consumer protection websites. These platforms allow you to warn others about ongoing scams and contribute to a collective effort to combat fraud. When reporting a scam, be sure to include as much detail as possible. Describe the nature of the scam, how you were contacted, any communication you had with the scammer, and any financial transactions that took place. Providing this information can help authorities build a case and take action against the perpetrators. In conclusion, reporting online scams is a critical step in protecting yourself and others from fraud. By acting quickly and providing detailed information, you can help authorities crack down on scammers and prevent further victims. Thank you for joining us in this chapter. Remember, your vigilance and proactive reporting can make a significant difference in the fight against online scams. Stay informed, stay safe, and together we can combat digital deception. Welcome to Resources for Scam Victims. In this chapter, we'll explore the various resources available for those who have fallen victim to online scams. From support groups to legal advice and financial recovery options, we'll cover everything you need to know to start your journey towards recovery. First and foremost, it's important to know that you are not alone. Many people have experienced similar situations, and there are dedicated organizations and communities ready to offer support. One valuable resource is online support groups. Websites like Scam Survivors and Scam Warners provide forums where victims can share their experiences, seek advice, and receive emotional support from others who have gone through similar ordeals. These communities can be incredibly empowering and help you regain a sense of control. For legal advice, consider reaching out to organizations like the National Association of Consumer Advocates, NACA, or your local legal aid society. These groups can help you understand your rights, guide you through the legal processes, and even assist in recovering lost funds. Financial recovery is another critical aspect. If you've lost money to a scam, contact your bank or credit card company immediately. Many financial institutions offer fraud protection services and may be able to help you recover some or all of your losses. Additionally, the Federal Trade Commission, FTC, provides resources on their website, ftc.gov, for recovering from identity theft and financial fraud. For emotional and psychological support, consider seeking professional counseling. Scams can be traumatic, and talking to a mental health professional can help you process your experience and develop coping strategies. Organizations like the Anxiety and Depression Association of America, ADAA, can help you find a licensed therapist. It's also important to stay informed about the latest scam tactics. Websites like the Better Business Bureau, BBB, and the Internet Crime Complaint Center, IC3, regularly update their databases with information about new scams and provide tips on how to protect yourself. In addition to these resources, don't hesitate to reach out to family and friends for support. Sharing your experience with trusted loved ones can provide emotional relief and practical advice. They can also help you keep an eye out for suspicious activity and offer a sense of security. In conclusion, while falling victim to an online scam can be a distressing experience, there are numerous resources available to help you recover and move forward. From support groups and legal advice to financial recovery options and professional counseling, you have a network of support ready to assist you. Thank you for joining us in this chapter. Remember, seeking help is a sign of strength, and utilizing these resources can significantly aid in your recovery. Stay informed, stay supported, and together we can overcome the challenges posed by online scams.
And do subscribe to the channel